Hey, well, welcome everybody. Of course, Mary and I are here at the college, and we're just excited to bring you this very special edition of our Life by Life West Life Leadership Line. Life West Leadership Line. We're kind of combining them, and we're just going to spend some time, walking around the school?
Yeah, seeing what's up and who's around and
have a conversation, right?
Yes.
We're just going to talk about, whatever comes to our mind and be able to share with you some really cool things that are happening here. And more, I think for me, more a reflection of, on 2022 and all the people that we're able to speak with and be able to share some really great stuff with our audiences. So welcome to the dragway, as you can hear those sounds going through. But why don't you step inside the school and let's go for a little walk, and we'll see what we see, and we'll just kind of get some talking going on.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Come on.
Okay.
Mary, I don't know about you, but 2022 seems like it just flew by.
Yeah. Well, now that we're at the end of it, I feel like we're trying to jam everything in, and it does feel like
it does. But even with the school, we were here, for the last 3 quarters or 4 quarters, and it was just it's just been so nice to be back on campus.
Yeah.
Full time.
Yep.
But our interns are just incredible, for all the things that they're doing and all the work that they've put in. I mean, all amazing things, especially this intern right here. The longest intern that we've ever had in the clinic, right?
9 years.
9 years.
Wow.
He's not an intern, he's just working here. But all the work that's being done, it's just, it's quite amazing,
It's so clean and organized in here, too.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, this
and
clinic,
quiet.
I will tell you, I feel this clinic is probably the #1 clinic of any clinic. And I'm not just saying it because of Life West.
Right.
But I have never seen a clinic as beautiful as this, really. Hey, man. You doing good?
Yeah.
Good? How's water polo?
Good. We were practicing tonight.
Yeah.
So we have everything.
Good. Yeah. Good. World-class water polo player. Going home for the holidays?
Yeah. I'm leaving next week.
Good. Good. Have fun. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I'll see you when you get back.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah. So tell me something. Like as you're moving through. Hi guys. As you're moving through, seeing the campus now from where you saw it when we got here. 6 years ago, right?
Yeah. It's changed.
Huge difference, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think one of the greatest things that we did was the Sid and Williams
This is one of my
Courtyard.
favorite spots on campus.
It
now.
is, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's cool because I saw the drawings in the beginning, and I remember you were tweaking them and saying, no, I want this, I want that. And then just to see it be done, and all the details with the lights on top, the 33 lights. And
yeah. People don't even know about it. I mean, and by the way, it changes all the time. There's always different things out here, and picnic tables all over the place, and the benches, the Give, Do, Love, Serve benches are always being moved around. But the coolest thing for me is when we've got students up on the stage. We start to see the stage, and you see they're up here during the week. Doing Talk the Tick and things like that. And it's just so nice to see that this outdoor space has become this haven for students to be able to hang out.
Right. And that was your vision. You wanted a green space, even though, it's a pretty good size. You wanted a green space where they could be out here and be in the sunlight.
Yep.
And get some fresh air. And
Yep. For an urban campus, right?
Yeah. And the stage looks awesome.
It's just great. As the planes fly over, and they get to experience that. They're up here talking chiropractic, there's some distractions.
Yeah.
But the Dee Dee and Beth Umber stage was dedicated to them, obviously, because this is the Sid and Williams Courtyard.
Right.
I mean, just the tiles, everything that we did. I have to tell you, this is where when I think about Mark Ziegler, it's just one of these places that
It's special.
That we really did a great job, Come on in, man.
Hey.
So Mara was with us in India.
Ah.
Phenomenal trip, huh?
Yeah, it was awesome. I recommend everyone do it.
Yeah.
That's great.
7 days you served?
7 days, yeah.
Wow. So the numbers that I heard was that most of the students, we probably saw about 800 people or so, or maybe a little bit more than that, over the course of the 7 days, right?
Yeah.
Just amazing, And I was watching you, obviously, because you were there, being able to do your magic. And what was the #1 thing you took away from it?
I think the main thing that I felt was just like the love was just circulating.
Mm-hmm.
Just every time I adjusted people, even though I was tired, even though was a little bit sleep deprived and all that stuff, but the love was like that love just being to adjust people and their appreciation. It just really, that was something that was really present and I really felt.
Yeah.
Did you bring that back with you? Like when you came back? Yeah. Was it cool going back in the clinic?
Yeah. It's just like, even my patients were like, wow, like your adjustments are like next level.
That's what I love to hear.
It's so true, isn't it? And by having your hands in so many people, but I love what you said, because when you can open your heart like that, I mean, someone can learn to it. You'll get to your adjusting level by, working in an office, whatever, that kind of thing. You get up there at some point, right?
Yeah.
Maybe in 6 months or 9 months, whatever it might be. But how can you open your heart like that? It's like, it's amazing. And you were a rock
That's a
star.
special service trip.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the best trips of my life so far.
I love that.
That's a good place to start.
That's like honest. Like honestly, it was really one of the best trips I've had so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, happy holidays, my man.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Thank you.
And do great on finals. We got a couple.
I will.
2 more days. That's
more
it.
days. Yeah,
Good. And
Me too.
it's great. Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, I think that the most special thing, we could look at all the physical places around campus, but the most special thing are just the people that are here.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, the students are just incredible. You got guys like Mario who, I just watched him come out of his adjusting shell.
Yeah.
I mean, you've witnessed that before.
I've witnessed it in India and then Mexico City.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about that too, like of taking videos of the students before and after.
Yeah.
Like and seeing, because they physically change.
Yeah.
Their confidence level, and they just look like different people after they serve.
Yeah.
But that was beautiful what he said, because it was the love. That was the first thing he talked about.
That's what it is. It's all the love, isn't it?
And hard to teach that, but on those service trips, it's like you don't have to teach it.
No.
No.
I mean, that's the beauty. It is. It's really organic, isn't it?
Yeah.
As we move through, and then you come into this space, where we got
this
the corner,
space is cool.
where we have where we have the brain center. We kind of came in the backside, but it's
Dan,
just this
Dan the man.
wonderful place. Hey, Dr. Dan.
What's going on, Docs?
Hey, look at you, man.
Wow.
I love your screens.
Right?
Huh?
It looks.
What do I have to do to get a couple big screens like that?
Treat some of the most complex cases around. I guess.
It looks great in here, considering I was just here a few weeks ago, and it's even more transformed. You did a lot in the last few weeks.
Every single day we are adding to the space and
Yeah,
making it better, and we're inching closer and closer and closer to being able to see people.
Yeah.
Well, you've done a lot.
Well, Dan, this is like incredible.
That's
and,
great.
Our resident neurologist, right? Functional neurologist, and all the equipment that we brought in, and and I'll tell you the crazy thing, because we're kind of talking about reflecting back on this last year, and our Life by Life West and our Life West and our Life West leadership lines, and there was a phone call that I had. I did a life leadership line with Dan's father.
Oh yeah,
Dennis. And if
Right,
Dennis,
that was the seed.
if you're listening to this, Dennis, thank you, because that's how innate works, And all of a sudden, I just said, because you graduated with our daughter Morgan, right, in 2015. Yeah. And I just said, hey, how's Dan doing? He goes, oh, this was afterwards. We wrapped, and we're just kind of saying goodbye. And he goes, oh, he's about 20 minutes from you. I go, what? Because I knew you were down in Beverly Hills, or at least I knew you were in Santa Barbara, because that's where you went to at first. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, he moved back up, and he's with his lady. And I go, what's he doing? He goes, he's just deciding what to do next. I said, can I get a hold of him?
Can I have him?
Yeah, we talked like the next day.
We talked like 2 or 3 days after.
Yeah, whatever it was, and it was just incredible,
you were
how
so
it just
excited.
kind of the universe just aligned, because I was looking for somebody, right? Because this was something that we were working on pre-2020, like 2019, right? And I had a gentleman in I think Atlanta, Georgia, who was going to come out. He was in Atlanta, also doing some work in North Carolina, and he was going to come out. And then poof, March of 2020 hit, and kind of everything kind of went down. And then when I reached back out later, he was just wrapped. He was just so busy, and things were happening in his life. And I'm thinking, okay, good. The universe is going to send somebody, and boom, your dad and I talking, and then you, and then it just rolled. And, I think I came to you and said, guess what?
Yes,
listen,
I remember this.
Huh?
I remember you being so excited afterwards. And then when he spoke to you, I didn't want to get my hopes up in case you were like, yeah, I'm not interested. And then when you spoke to him and he was like, he's interested, he was like over the moon. He's like, it's happening. This is it.
It was the same thing from my side, because I heard it from my dad's side, who my dad gives me a ring, after you guys wrap, and he's like, so I just got off this call with Ron, and he's like telling me about this thing. I just want to give you a heads up. He might be giving you a shout in the next couple days. And I was like, That is certainly interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, my whole reason for moving up here was to create more accessible version of functional neurology and, you know, bring this kind of care to as many people as possible. And I was, you know, going down my own path to figure that out. But then you came to me with this opportunity, and I mean, it's literally everything that I could ask for.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be able to treat the most complex of the complex, or just those people that are wanting to get as healthy as possible. And we're going to be able to do it for, you know, a less cost than most other practitioners. And, you know, taking this care to the public is really is really my main goal kind of in my entire career, is to make this stuff, you know, not only accessible to all, but to make it a household type of care.
That's it. I love it.
And you know,
I love it.
Everything we're doing here.
And you know my goal.
Here.
My goal is to bring in, you know, veterans, PTSD, people who haven't been able to work, and whatever it might be, all the way up to the people who are, you know, top-notch athletes in the world, and people who are just, you know, exhibiting themselves at a high potential, that we can see if we can even take them higher, right? Because it's about the optimal health and working with the brain from all those levels, right? And I'll tell you, Dan, this place is just, I mean, it's just beautiful.
It's a good space.
It is. I know you got to put stuff on the walls, but you got all the equipment.
Decorate it a little bit, but you know, all the equipment is in.
Oh, good.
We are essentially functional. I'm just working on some back end stuff so that we can start, you know, doing our paperwork and actually seeing people.
Yeah.
But all of the you know, all the important stuff is in and ready to go, and we're just a matter of a couple of weeks from getting this place open. So
I love it.
I'm excited about the impact you're going to have on the students too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I brought those students through last week. And it's kind of like, they're just like, like Chloe Jackson was with a group of students, said, guys, come with me. I was coming over because Dan wanted to show me some finishing things that he put in. It was like they were just standing there with their mouths open.
You're gonna have a line out that door.
You will.
That is the goal. And I mean, in my last practice, we had people flying in from all over the world. I mean, multiple continents. And while that's cool and everything, it shouldn't be that way. You know,
I know.
There should be people all over the world.
All over the place doing it. And that's just another reason why this is just such a great opportunity to get in front of the students at this point. So that we can get them interested in this earlier on, give them the opportunity to go hands-on with this equipment and this type of care when they're still students, so that by the time they're ready to go, they either are just ready to hop out on their own and do their own thing, or they're going to be the #1 candidate in any associateship that they want to walk into.
That's great.
So, you know, I really want to create a handful, even if we can just create 2 or 3 chiropractic neurologists every single year, that's going to have such a big impact on not only, you know, our profession, but just the entire world.
Right.
So we are almost ready to go. I can't. I mean,
we're going next week.
To be able to go from nothing to this in 6 months has been pretty rad.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I think we've done good up to this point, but we're just so close to actually getting those patients in the door. I have 3 or 4 people who are messaging me weekly, like, "Are you ready to see us yet? Are you ready to see us yet? Are you ready to see us?"
Well, I have to tell you, I have about 20 that are saying that to me, you know, because I talk about it all the time, right? You know, and they're going, "Can I come in? Can I come in? Can I come in?" So you just give me the go ahead, and we'll get them coming. And
we're working out those final details on how we're going to get people in the door, and you know, how we're going to structure everything. But we are very, very, very close.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, of course.
You are it. You are it.
We need to get a T-shirt made. It says Dan the Man.
Dan the Man. Dr. Dan the Man.
I think that Dan Cardenas would have a straight up meltdown.
He would have a meltdown.
Yes,
He would. As long as it doesn't say Captain Dan on there, right? That's what he's doing.
He would.
Well, thank you, Dan. Thank you for allowing us to walk in, man. This is just amazing. And this place is going to be packed. So that's such a cool thing around it. So
we'll definitely come back in here and go over all the equipment and, you know, just kind of everything that's going on.
We're going to do a whole video just on this, so we can, when I go out and lecture, I can show people, you know, this is what's happening. So
Perfect.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks for stopping in.
I love the barber chair. I wish I could use it one day, but unfortunately those days are long gone for me, huh?
Not too many left for me.
You got a lot more than I do. Yeah, I'll tell you what, when we did that Life by Life West, right, with Dan.
Oh, yeah.
That was special.
That, you know, all of them were great. Some of them stand out.
Yeah.
That one stood out. I think we were both kind of like, not speechless, but after he would talk, like, we just wanted to listen, and then we had to come up with more questions. And I found with his, it was tough on that level because I just wanted him to keep talking. And then the time came to an end, and we were like, okay, we got to wrap up now. But that was great. We had so many people that's how we knew, that's how I knew the Life by Life Wests were impactful for me, is when it ended and we both were just, we would just go that was good, right?
Yeah.
We just took it in.
So they've been going on how long?
Since January of 2021.
Yeah, so
it seems
no,
longer.
2020.
2020?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Was it 2021 would be just a year. So is it just a year or was it 2 years? I think it's been 2 years.
No, because January 2021 to January 2022, we're almost at 2 years now.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. We're going to January 2022.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Yeah, yeah. And then we started the Life Leadership line. I believe it was in March of 20.
Right.
Yeah. So whatever it was, 7 months or 8
Right.
months, 10 months before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, they've just taken off, and it's been such a cool thing having people on the show. And I remember one of the first shows I did was with Joe Dispenza.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, talk about getting your socks knocked off.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he was just I didn't have to ask anything. I just want to listen.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
and the things that he was talking about was just about just finding that inner peace and gratitude and things like that. But it has. It's really been a pleasure just having all these folks on the shows.
Well, and even now.
And as we said, look at Sid Square.
Oh,
So so I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you've been down here. This is finals week, so we put out coffee, tea, and then there's snacks that go around the other side.
That's great.
So that as our students are going through finals, this is filled up all day so that
that's
they
great.
constantly can come and grab what they wanted.
Okay. One of my favorite things about this is the flags.
Oh yeah, going down the hallways.
Yep. Is all
You think
the
people
flags.
know what they are?
No, because I've had people ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the flags that are going down these hallways are every country, students that have come from whatever countries they've come from, not just that, my grandparents were from Poland, they were actually born there, right? And it shows all the different countries throughout the years.
How many there are of them?
Oh, there's just a tremendous amount.
We're running out of space.
Yeah. Well, we'll find more space. We will find more
Very
space.
fitting to have Canada right there since we have so many Canadian
Yes.
students.
Canada there, India right here.
Yep.
The green, white, and orange,
Yeah.
I mean, it really is incredible. In fact, I had a student come up to me, I want to say it was last quarter, and said, Doc, do you think I can get my flag put up? I said, absolutely. Where are you from? And he said, Bolivia. And I said, absolutely. And then I saw him so I just wrote an email, and I saw him walk around the hallway 4 weeks later, 5 weeks later, and he came and said, thank you. And I didn't remember what it was. And he said, I said, you're welcome. What for? And he goes, come here. And he showed me the Bolivian flag that was up. And it's just
great.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
It just means so much to people. So it's amazing.
I love it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, this is a good space here.
So tell me some of the other, another one that stands
Life
out.
by Life West?
Yeah, or leadership line. By the way,
Oh,
Dee
Dee Palmer.
Look at Dee. They dress him differently.
I love
Last
that.
week, he had, and if people don't know about this is full casted, right? Completely bronze. I mean, I could not even lift this guy up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he is just solid, and he moves around all over the place,
I just love how
and
people
Dee,
take pictures with him.
Last week he had a Santa hat on,
did?
also, and then
Oh.
since we went to
Oh, the
graduation, someone put that on him, so he's an icon. And he's been here for a while, but he'll move over and, sometimes. He used to be out in front of the front, and,
Yep.
I was more worried someone was going to take him and melt him down and, take all that metal that he has.
Yeah,
It's just so cool.
Sturdy.
So
and
cool.
then
People
when,
come and take pictures.
I was going to say, at the Wave, chiropractors were coming over, taking tons of pictures
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah. I think this year's Wave we'll have to move him somewhere else and
Yeah.
I think we put him in the exhibitor hall.
Yeah, yeah.
And then people could just come
Yeah.
over and take pictures and do that. So cool.
You were asking me who else?
Yeah,
Another
who
one
else?
that stood out with Jamie Richards.
Oh, that was amazing.
I thought he had so much information that we packed into 30 minutes.
God. Yeah. Life by Design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
He was amazing. He is amazing,
Yeah.
I mean, and in fact, when we launched that was one of the fastest growing videos that we put out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just as far as viewership, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it just took off. They all hit really high, but it just kind of took off very, very quickly. And Jamie, well, what got you?
I think his he's so soft-spoken, and then when he opened his mouth, he had like such depth to the information that I thought if I went back into practice, I'd want him as my coach.
Yeah.
You know, like he just had so much information, and I loved the way he delivered it, which was like no ego and just like easily digestible.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The other one that came
but the other thing too is we didn't know him well.
No, not at all.
Like, you know, in fact, you know, we
had never met him.
Well, I had talked to him once, I think, or I met him someplace,
okay.
but our son-in-law, Matt,
Yeah.
you know, knew him very well, and so we just kind of grabbed that. And by the way, he was great.
Yeah.
But this is a learning commons, so I don't know how often you've been, the last time you were here for the holiday party.
Well, no, but I hadn't been here in a while when it was being transformed. I was still remembering all the books, and then I came in here once. I think, remember the carpet was ripped up?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember coming in here, and it just looked so much bigger. And
yeah, oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And these are the new huddle rooms right here, and inside of them you could see that every room now has new tables, chairs, new carpet.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is they all have these TVs, and then the TVs will have these recorders that you can be able to zoom people in and be able to work with them and do this, or you can cast, you know, your computer or your iPhone up onto
great.
them. And so now these are become, you know, group rooms that people can study and be able to hang out and do that. Then I don't know where I was at Chico maybe or someplace, and we were going through and we were looking at, I had a dinner talk there, and I went to Chico State and saw the library. And I remember when we were in Colorado.
No.
Yeah, we were in Boulder.
Was it Boulder?
Yeah, we were in Boulder. Yeah, we went up to Boulder with Lauren and Matt and Braxton.
Yes.
Yes. And I had to go to the library, right?
Yeah,
because I was on this kick about libraries, right? And I just, you know, knew that we had to have a place. How are you?
I'm good. How are
Hello.
Doing wonderful. How are finals going?
Oh, they're going.
When they're gone, it'll be good, right?
Yes, I'm looking forward to break.
Where are you going to go?
Back home to Southern California.
Good.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Good.
Just took written clinic entrance.
Oh, nice.
Yes?
How'd you do?
Did it. My results are muted, so we don't know.
but
But I'm sure I did.
Did you feel
Okay,
good?
good.
I feel good.
Good. Good. So that means you're next quarter. Wow.
Yeah. Next quarter. I know it's crazy.
Beginning of the year?
Yep.
Okay, good. Happy holidays. Do great.
You too.
No, I was thinking about, wasn't it in Oregon? We were somewhere in Oregon.
Yeah. That's where we're at
That's
Linfield.
when we had the idea about the fireplace, right?
Yeah, that was the fireplace,
Okay.
and it's coming. It's here actually. Well,
It is? It's
I'll
gonna be
show
where?
you in a second. Yeah,
It's gonna be up there.
against that wall. But I'll show you that.
But that's where we got the idea, and we need a fireplace in the Learning Commons
Yes.
for students just to be relaxed. And
Yep. And the whole thing was meant to be just so that people can be hanging out and open. All those computers are going to go. But this is one of my favorite parts right here.
I know it is, the museum.
The museum. It's incredible. You know, I mean, when you walk through here, you just get this sense of, I don't know.
Nostalgia?
History? Is that what you're supposed to get?
I mean,
it's just beautiful when you look at this. And, you know, when I first got here, one of the very first things that I did at the college was get that animatronic made of D.D. Palmer. And he talks, and he swivels his head, and he blinks his eyes. I don't know if it's on. We'll see.
you saw that first in Las Vegas, yes?
I saw one in Las Vegas. Exactly.
And you
Let's
said,
see.
yep, that's exactly what you said. We need to get one of these.
Take a look at the beautiful mural in the museum, which depicts the founding of the chiropractic profession in 1895 and its growth through the 1900s.
Isn't that cool? Dee Dee's office, his original office of what it looked like, you know.
Yep.
And that mural, you helped with this mural. Remember we were talking about who should go on this mural?
Yeah.
You know, George Casey was the one who found the person to paint it. This guy painted something under the tunnels somewhere in Oakland, you know, and under the overpasses. And it's just incredible from Dee Dee and Harvey to obviously with a green book.
I was going to say, I love that that's the color that stands out.
Doesn't it? Isn't it great? Stevenson.
Yeah.
It's just great, you know. And then you got Mabel and BJ and, you know, Grostick and, you know, Gonstead.
Fred Barge.
Fred.
And Herbie Reaver.
Yep. And of course, Dr. Sid and Dr. Nell. So just amazing stuff, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, I'm really proud of this museum. I think it's just one of the, I don't know, you know, I mean, obviously Palmer College, we were there, right, when we were in Davenport. And when 1995, we went through it, remember?
Yeah.
It was at the Centennial.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is just incredible, you know, just to think that, and people wanting to donate and constantly sending stuff to us. It's amazing. amazing.
Well, when you said like it's got a certain nostalgia, it also just reminds you of where we came from.
Yeah.
You know, I know for me, I'm always thinking like the future of chiropractic, but when you step in here, it's like you get to go back and say, "Gosh, look how far we've come."
Oh, God. Yeah, and you know, when you think about it, 100 and wherever we are right now, 128 years. I don't know exactly where we are, but you know, it's not a long period of time either.
Yeah.
And we've really just, you know, chiropractic has just done amazing things in all those years. Just incredible. So I love it. And you know what I love about this space? The high ceilings and everything else that we have, you know.
Yeah.
It's just,
No,
it's just great.
It's the perfect space for it.
It is. It really is. And
But
these
again,
old tables.
it did not look like that when you first got here. It didn't look this good.
Oh, well, we moved it. Remember, we moved it
Yeah.
from where we just left. It was where Dan
is that where it
Perlman.
was?
Yeah, at the Nexus.
I just remember it was small.
At the Nexus Brain Center.
It seemed
was
like
in that
everything was
space.
kind of cluttered
it
in
was,
there.
and we brought it in here. Yeah, yeah, and we figured, oh, look at that, me and Muhammad Ali, huh? Pretty incredible. Every first quarter, and now after I tell the story about this, I still get people come up to me, you know, students come and say, tell a story about Muhammad Ali, you know, that kind of thing. And of course, look at this. Jeannie Ohm. She's one of my heroes in life.
Yep.
I mean, she's
Yep.
just incredible.
Mine too.
And Jeannie, you'd be so proud of what we're doing. You know, I don't know how many years Jeannie was on the board here.
Oh gosh.
But she
Many.
just, you know, her vision was just to have pediatric chiropractic just flourish. And I got to tell you, Justin is doing a phenomenal job just making that, you know,
Oh yeah.
just the ICPA, you know, Peter Kevorkian and, you know, all the great work that they're doing.
I was going to ask you, who else are some of your favorite leadership lines?
You know, they all are.
I know, but where were a few that stood
You know,
out?
one that stood out for me was Drew Rubin.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, you
Drew,
told me that.
Yeah, from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yep.
You know, Drew's doing amazing things with children and the polyvagal nerve. You know,
Right.
You know, polyvagal theory, and he blew me away. I mean, just listening to him, just blew me away. I was all of a sudden I had a whole different viewpoint on how things operate. You know, and I just could have listened to him forever. I felt like I was in a lecture as he was just talking. You know.
And you hadn't met him.
No, we met, I think, at Life University at some point. Lauren, he was one of Lauren's Lauren's instructor. He was Lauren's clinical doctor, right? So all this stuff, all these computers are all going away. And this is all, we have couch sets that are coming in, I believe they're coming in next week, and different kinds of lounging sets. And then against that wall is going to be I don't know if it's going to be an 80-foot fireplace. Going straight across. Yeah, it's a screen. Of course, we can't put a fireplace in this building, but going across, and then they're going to be putting like rocks or stones or that kind of thing, you know, around it. And
I can't wait.
And then
we need to have like hot chocolate or something.
hot chocolate and marshmallows.
And I will get them myself and some throw blankets.
We'll get them.
You know.
You'll get them. All right, who's studying? What's you studying?
Favorite students.
You taking breaks? My favorite students. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you doing
Favorite
good?
students, I love
Good to see
it.
you, man. Good to see you.
Good, how are you?
Come over here, big guy. I'm doing good, man. You good?
Yeah.
Finals, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is warm weather for Canadians, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. That's why I have my jacket.
Yeah, it's like feels like nothing. What are you studying?
We're studying infectious right now.
disease.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so gotta
lot.
go through it.
You'll knock it. When is it? Tomorrow morning?
Nah, 2 days.
Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah, it's 100
Gotta get ahead of
questions.
it.
That's a lot.
Yep.
What's tomorrow look like?
Tomorrow looks pretty simple, man.
Tomorrow's not too bad. We just got 2 finals and 3 finals Thursday. We've had
Oh.
10 this week, so
10?
Yeah.
halfway done.
Gosh.
Yeah. You going home?
It's a grind. Yeah, I'm going home Sunday.
Good.
So I'm gonna go home and then spend. There's snow at home, so that'll be fun to go home.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Good. Are you gonna be sleeping? You're
Yeah,
gonna be having
sleeping.
you having home cooked meals.
Not look at my iPad.
Your-
or
yeah,
laptop.
exactly.
I'm gonna catch up on
Your
the
laundry
workouts.
being taken care of for
there
you.
Go, yeah, there you go.
Same.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
Are you going to Toronto?
Yeah, I'm going back home.
Good.
Going back home to Canada. Yeah. Trying to get to see family again.
Good.
That'd be nice.
Good. Say A.
Oh, for sure.
Huh?
I say it when I see it.
There you go.
I'll see you when I
There you
see
go. And see the Raptors, huh?
For sure.
All right, guys, study hard.
Thank you.
Happy holidays. If I don't see you guys, do good on your finals.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate it.
2 days, man. That's it.
I know.
Got it. Marathon. You've already turned the corner. Now you're just going downhill. So, good. Good. All right. See you next quarter.
Bye.
You know what? At the beginning of the year, that whole thing going on over in British Columbia. Remember the X-ray and all that stuff. I on the Life by Life West, I had on. I'm sorry, on the Life Leadership line, I had on Paul Oakley, Joe Betts, and Deed Harrison, and it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, and they literally laid out the research and talked about the whole X-ray, just the craziness around it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you start talking to people who understand in depth what they're doing, and how nuts things can get, and the politicalness behind it, it's just amazing,
Yeah.
and who really suffers are the patients.
I know.
I don't know. I mean, you and I practiced together. I was, 36 years, and you were 30 years, right, in practice when we moved up here?
33.
33?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you think about it, how many red flags did we catch from X-ray?
Yeah.
A majority of them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then they want to take out X-ray.
and it doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make
Doesn't
sense.
make sense.
It doesn't make sense. So it was one of those things that just kind of happened, But anyways, we got good people like that are fighting it, and that are, we're always fighting the good fight, aren't we?
Yep.
Seriously. It's just there.
I wouldn't have it any other way. You wouldn't either.
Probably not. I don't think I would. I'd rather not fight. I'd rather just kind of be smooth. But but I think that someone's got to fight.
Well, I think back of like Herbie Reaver, and, going to jail so many times to defend chiropractic. It's kind of like our duty now.
I know, especially
whatever cost.
Especially knowing him so well. Hi, happy holidays. Yeah, I know, and it's like he was fun.
Herbie?
Remember the time we spent with him?
Yeah.
He was fun. And Millie.
Yep, and Millie. Yeah, she didn't have the degree, but boy, she was just as much of a chiropractor.
She owned chiropractic.
Yeah.
I mean, owned it, And Herbie was he was a soft-spoken, quiet man, who just loved to, just kind of, I don't know if I've ever met a person so dipped in chiropractic.
Yeah, but probably the most humble I've ever met.
Oh, absolutely.
To
Absolutely.
the point where we'd ask him questions and he would be like you want me to answer that? You want to know what I know?
Yeah.
Remember how he was so we had to pull it out of him almost?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He was very humble.
Yeah.
And not knowing the impact that he had.
Oh, he did not know.
No. It's beautiful. Yeah. Another dream, eh?
Yeah.
Talking like a Canadian.
Yeah.
This is our technology room. Have you been in here?
No, I have not been in here.
Seriously, your first time?
Yeah.
Oh my
I kept
gosh.
telling Dr. Finn that I wanted to come by.
Well, there's Dr. Finn right there. Hey, Dr. Finn. Hi, Adrian. And this was a dream also, right? A place to be able to put technology. Adrian, you were a big part of this, man, making this work. But putting the technology in here and being able to have our students. I mean, the cool thing about this room, Mary, is that as they start to work on a lot of this equipment, they're going to need to have to use the equipment in the clinic. It's not just like come in here and forget about it.
Right.
So from the EMGs and the Titrons and everything else and all the other stuff that we have in here, they're setting it up to be able to, when they go into clinic, they got to, for new patients, they have to use at least two of them and report what they mean. But, yeah. I'm gonna be flicking out. I'm gonna get my,
a little less pack.
I need a lot less
still
pack.
do the exercises.
A lot less pack and a lot more tricep. Thank you, Dr. Finn.
Yeah,
Appreciate it so
Thanks.
much.
Good to
You've
see
got
you.
such a great.
Show it off.
You got such a great
And you do get
game
the coolest.
room in
This
here.
is the coolest.
It's
place
awesome.
in the office.
It's pretty cool by itself, but you're like you said, when the students are in here,
Yeah.
and it clicks, and
Yeah.
they come back and they're like, I just made everything so much better
Yeah.
being in here practicing.
That's great. And you get to be a
really
part of it.
oddly cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, very lucky.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming by.
We're very lucky to have you.
It's not luck, it's destiny.
It is destiny. It's something. It's something. A little something, something.
Bye.
Happy holidays. oh man, you start seeing these things around campus, and you see the things that have kind of developed over the course of time, and it's amazing.
It's exciting.
It is. It's very exciting. And the exciting thing now also is just that where the college is going.
Yeah.
Obviously we sold the building, so we're looking for that next place, the next 100 years, whatever you want to call it, of where the college will be at and what it will be, what it will become, the Mecca, where people will want to come and be able to, be trained to be vitalistic chiropractors. And it's exciting.
Well, and seeing the technology and how advanced it is, and I just like in 10 years, I just can't wait to see what they have in 10 years,
I know.
That's amazing.
I know.
The force plate table.
I mean, when you think about it too, our job is, as educators is to create competent, confident chiropractors, right? Who understand the story. Yeah, there's our boulevard. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
What'd that cost us? Don't say. Don't say. But I tell you,
a couple cars.
when you talk about confident chiropractors, you look at Dr. Williams, and the DE group sent this. Steve Judson, Brian Lieberman, just Drew Henderson, that whole group over there, and they just said, hey, can we like to put this up? And they sent it. We had to get a crane, like a high lift, to be able to get it up there. It's so heavy. But you look at Dr. Sid, and you talk about people who were doing things before, before cool was cool.
Right.
I mean, that man
he had a vision.
He did. He had a vision. He had a purpose, and he had the confidence and the competence, to make it happen. It's just incredible. So.
It was his talk that I heard so many years ago when I went to visit Joe at Life. And heard him speak. And after Dr. Sid spoke, I said, I'm going to be a chiropractor.
You knew it.
So, yeah.
You knew it. And you just happened to be at one of the Thursday seminars.
Yep.
Huh? Yeah.
Assembly.
Assembly.
Yep.
That's right. We call them, seminars.
Yep.
Here, but yeah, Thursday assembly.
Yep.
And that's another thing. There's a fateful thing. Hi, young lady. That he was even going to be there then. You can come in, Emma.
I was like, not today.
You can come in. Oh,
It's
you're
been
with us
one
today.
of those days.
That's okay.
You've
That's
been
okay. Exam?
One of our star rugby players.
Oh, man.
Are you getting beat up in the classroom?
I don't know what it is. I have not felt a finals week like this since first quarter.
What quarter,
11.
11?
Yeah.
Incredible.
I know.
Out of 14, right?
Out of 14. Yeah.
Incredible.
So,
My question is this. What service trip are you going to go on?
Tonga,
All right.
obviously.
March,
I've
baby.
been waiting for
March,
this.
we're going.
I was going to email you the other day because I was like, I see there's a few spots on India left. And I was like, I don't want to miss out and then Tonga not happen. And I was like, okay, this may be the 5th time I've emailed him about service trips, so maybe I'll just wait till I see him.
Do you want to go to India?
I want to go to Tonga more.
Yeah.
So
They're both phenomenal, and they're both
different.
different.
Yeah.
India is like,
It's fast paced. It's like.
you see the same amount of people,
Yeah.
but and then Tonga's more like.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
little.
Tonga
It's
for
just
me,
chill.
I had that personal attachment just because my girlfriend's family are all Tongan.
Yeah, rugby and
yeah.
everything
Rugby
else.
and just the whole culture as a whole, I'm just really excited for that. But after seeing the last India trip, that kind of made me really want to go there. I'd love to do both, but they fall right in the middle of the rugby season. I think Coach Adrian might have something to say about that.
That's true. But you know what? You'll be able to do India. There's another India trip that'll happen in June. So that could be a good one for you to be able to do.
That'll be right before I graduate. So.
Perfect time.
Yeah.
Anytime's the perfect time to go serve, right?
Right. For sure. Yeah.
Good. Well, happy holidays to you if I don't see you. And
I'll be around. I'll be around the next couple of days, but.
Good. How you go
you
back?
guys around?
We're gone.
We leave tomorrow.
You leave tomorrow to Montana?
Tomorrow. We'll go to Montana,
Back on
and then
the
we're
3rd,
going to
I
be
think.
going to Mexico for.
Yeah, Mexico with the whole family.
Yeah, with the whole family, taking the grandkids, everyone to Mexico.
nice.
We'll spend a week in Mexico, and then it's gonna be fun. We'll spend a week in Montana, and then it's good. It's good. Happy holidays, my
Yes.
friend. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing. Okay. And remember, the new patients you are seeking are seeking you. Right? They're all
That's
going to
right.
come in.
That's right. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's great.
I love it.
Okay.
Bye, Emma. Do great on finals. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
boy, I gotta tell you, it's like, and they come and they go.
I know.
I remember when Emma first got here, and 11th quarter now out of 14, she'll be gone in 3/4, and it's just
She was.
phenomenal rugby player. I mean,
I know.
Just phenomenal. But it's so fast, but that's the cool thing, Chiropractic, the community that we have, she'll be around, and we'll see her again.
Yep.
And whether she's in the UK or she's here,
Yep.
the world has become that much more, that much smaller. It's just so wonderful to see them do the things that they do.
That's why the graduations are so special. I know for you, to you, and to me, just sitting there watching them walk across the stage and remembering when they were in first quarter and they were just like.
I know, wide-eyed, it's amazing.
And then, it's cool.
I tell you, Life West puts out, and I'm not saying this because of what we're doing, but they put out great chiropractors. I mean,
Well, we've had a few in our office and they were phenomenal, so I
always.
agree.
Eva, Joe, that was another good one, wasn't it?
Oh, Evan Joe? Yeah. Yep.
Eva Joe Zagong, that was a great Life by Life West.
Yep. Well, they're like family.
Of course.
And Lauren, our daughter Lauren.
Yes.
Where she made me cry at the end.
Yeah, I remember that. Hey, Kev. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty incredible, And yet we still don't have, there's Morgan we haven't got on yet.
Either they're avoiding
and
us
Sydney,
or.
hi, how you doing?
Hi there.
Good. I tell you, it's just
Yeah, we got to
amazing.
get the two of them on too.
We will. It's been a blessing. This whole year, it's been just, it's just been wonderful. I can't wait to see what happens next year and where we go and what we do and what happens. You know.
It'll be an exciting year.
It's very exciting, very exciting. There he is, the oldest intern in the, we just did a full circle, my man. Thank you guys for all the service you're doing. It's just beautiful.
Well, thanks for walking me around the campus. It was fun to just kind of
Thank
see
you
it.
for walking with us, with me, Isn't that technology room cool?
Yeah, technology was cool.
And the Brain Center, the Nexus Brain Center is pretty cool.
Very cool.
And, there's some really good things happening. Learning Commons, all the things that we're doing. People say always to me, I constantly, what are you doing? I just left like 2 years ago, or I left a year ago. It's just constantly evolving.
Yep. Which is good.
That's what we do, right? We adapt, move, adapt, move, adapt, move, adapt. So I love you. I can't wait for a great holiday season with our family.
I know.
Let's go have some fun in Mexico.
Okay.
And Montana first.